Ballot by ballot, the race to the White House intensifies and Joe Biden's confidence improves.
It's clear that we're winning enough states to reach 270 electoral votes needed to win the presidency.
After flipping Michigan and Wisconsin, two key swing states previously won by Trump, Biden just needs to win Nevada and either Arizona or Georgia to take the White House. After last night's explosive speech,
we already have one. This is a fraud on the American public.
President Trump hasn't fronted cameras again, but he's been tweeting up a storm while his lawyers have been hard at work filing lawsuits to stop counting votes in Pennsylvania, Michigan and Georgia.
We are going to continue the lawsuit here. We're going to bring a second one, and then we're going to bring a federal lawsuit.
Guys, this is fraud. This is absolute fraud.
Quite possibly, we'll do a national lawsuit and really expose the corruption of the Democrat Party.
They're also demanding a recount in Wisconsin.
Do you think we're stupid? You think we're fools? You know something? The Democrats do think you're stupid.
America has reached boiling point, the tension igniting protests across the country. Biden supporters are calling for counting to continue, as Trump voters are seen converging on election sites. Yep, things are getting pretty wild.
The media's covering up! We want our freedom for the world!
Where were we? What was the last question?
So when will America know who will lead for the next 4 years?
Well, Steve Clemens, editor-at-large of The Hill, has managed to survive another election counting day. Steve, there are some pretty concerning scenes coming out of places like Arizona at the moment. Some protesters actually seen sporting weapons. What do you make of it all?
Well, look, Donald Trump wants to stop the vote everywhere in the United States except Arizona, where he's demanding that that vote keep going on. And right now in Maricopa County, Arizona, the largest county there are protesters surrounded with guns demanding the vote continue because the Trump administration thinks they might win that state if the vote continues there.
Of course, some states won't be reporting anything until the morning now. I think that's your time, I should say. Where's all your attention, really? Like, what's the state that you watch most closely now?
Well, look, I think Arizona is close. I mean, right now, Fox News, as well as the Associated Press, have both called Arizona in Biden's favor. And so if that were to flip in a way back to Trump, that would be interesting. Also, Georgia is slipping closely away as it seems, with the more votes that are coming in right now. They're within 30,000 votes of each other as more votes are being counted. They had promised to have that done today. It looks like that will go into tomorrow. Well, we're into tomorrow, so that's already done. Pennsylvania, which Biden doesn't need, is getting to be closer and closer now. It was 500,000 when I spoke to you yesterday. It's now 200,000 with more than 1 million more votes to count. So those are the places that I'm looking at, and any one of them are going to create potential quick opportunities for Joe Biden to cinch the race. So
the coverage seems to suggest Biden is now in the box seat. What percentage chance would you say that Trump has right now?
I think it's about zero. Wow. I don't think he can win through votes. And actually, I think the way that he could bluster his way in is if somehow a miraculous, either two things happen. Either every vote goes his way, which we know is statistically impossible, or somehow the courts decide that the way he sees it is right. And just virtually no Republican or no Democrat who's serious at this believes you can disavow votes that have already been legitimately cast.
Steve, we're seeing this spray of lawsuits around the country. I'm trying to understand exactly what is Trump trying to argue with these lawsuits. Does he actually have a case in any of these states?
Well, I think Rudy Giuliani put it best, that they worry that in Pennsylvania, that those votes may have come from Canada or dead people or people from Mars. They just don't know. So it is those Martians that we have to worry about and how they voted. But, to kind of be serious about it, but that's what they said. That is what Rudy Giuliani put on the docket. But what they're trying to argue in everywhere but Arizona is that there is an illegitimacy behind bags of votes that have come out of nowhere. And they're trying to argue that essentially the mail-in ballots that were sent to some voters in some parts of the United States were illegitimate because they should never have used that pathway to allow voters to vote. And, honestly, that's not a rule that the person running for office can set.
Steve, obviously Trump doesn't want to give up the keys to the White House just yet. Is this the real reason he built that unscalable wall around the White House? And when does the work on the moat start?
You know, that's a really good question. And I was over there today. It is a big wall, and they're very, very snug in there.
Love to know what Melania is thinking right now, but Steve, we've got to leave it there. Thanks so much for your time.
Melania's saying, I want to go back to New York. Melania wants back to New York.
President in the world, without a doubt.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.